Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Ask Tari. Today I'm going to be talking about the challenges that I faced as a new immigrant in Canada. So let me get right to it. The first challenge was the weather. And I know when I speak of the weather, people automatically think I'm talking about the cold. But guys, the heat. I arrived in May and summer in Canada starts in June, July, thereabout. Guys, it was hot and it was humid. I'm talking about Toronto area in Ontario. I was hot. I was clammy. I was miserable. My first summer in Canada, I spent it indoors. I didn't do anything. I didn't go anywhere. I went to like a couple of festivals, but that was it. Like I was hot. I was clammy. I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm used to hot and dry weather, but it just threw me off. I just wasn't prepared. Yeah, we sailed through, and now summer is like my favorite time. I love summer. And then I wasn't prepared for the cold as well, for the winter. Guys, it gets really cold here. It gets really cold. I know Ontario is not the coldest province, but I have been cold, okay? I have felt cold weather in this country. So the cold, the heat, these were all things that I was not prepared for. I felt I knew it was going to be cold, but I guess nothing prepared me for it. Like I had to go buy my thermal wear and all of that. So I mean, I know how to dress appropriately for the weather, but yeah, at first this was a challenge. I got depressed in winter. If you're coming to Canada, please do not forget to take your vitamins. You need to get multivitamins and take them so that you don't get depressed in winter. I don't know the science, but my doctor told me to start taking my vitamin D2 because I was getting depressed, and he said take this supplement and you'll be fine. And so I did, and now I'm fine. Like I don't get depressed in winter anymore. It's all good in the hood. The second challenge that I faced as a new immigrant was finding a place to rent. I do have a video which I made about this. It took me 3 tries to finally find the place of my dreams. So for this one, I would just say take your time when you're finding a place to rent, because it's surely not going to be easy. You need to do your due diligence. You need to ask a lot of questions before you agree to rent someone's place, because you just never know what you're setting yourself up for. Yeah. The third challenge I faced was using the bus. Okay. I'm used to a system where if you were using public transportation, you could just walk. You could be walking in the street, right? And you see a commuter omnibus like a combi, and then you'll be like, Psh, town area, like are you going to the city center? But here it's different. It's structured. It's a transit system. Like you literally have to use an app. The app tells you where to go, the bus stop where you're gonna go. It then tells you the stop you're supposed to stop at. Like guys, my first time using the bus, I didn't know what was happening. I was looking at the app and the bus was announcing the stops. I didn't really know which stop was mine. I don't know what I was thinking, but I missed my stop. And then when I went to the driver, he laughed his lungs out, and then he said, get off at this stop and then walk all the way down, go. So yeah, it was difficult at first, but I got the hang of it, and now it's like I'm like queen bus, queen of the buses. Like I now know my way around. Also like the directions, like you be getting a bus, it might say you're taking the 7 north or the 7 south. You could literally be standing at the stop for the 7 north instead of the 7 south if you don't know your bearings, if you don't know your directions. I was one such person who really sucked at, figuring out where's north, where's... You have to figure this out when you come here because you could be at the wrong bus stop. Yeah, in any case, the app does have like GPS, so it will show you if you're at the wrong stop, like you need to move a few steps and go there. But it's just easier if you know your direction, so that you know this is north, this is west. But with time, you get the hang of it. So if you're going to be someone who uses the bus like me, like I chose the bus lifestyle, I really figure out that, you know what, I don't need a car at the moment. I don't have a lifestyle that needs a car for me to survive. So I'm keeping it simple. I use the bus. I save a lot of money that way. So if you're going to be like me and you're going to be using the bus, you really need to learn how to use it. Yeah. And then, yeah, and another thing, there's no such thing as, I mean, you can ask for directions, but it's likely the person will be like, I don't know, because everybody uses their app, right? And everybody knows their own route, everybody knows their own bus, so they're not really going to know where you're going, unless it's like a coincidence. So yeah, that was very challenging for me. Another challenge that I faced was developing soft skills, right? In this world in Canada, you really need to have soft skills, in the workplace, anywhere, like really connecting with people, meeting people. You need to have soft skills, because soft skills get you everywhere. You know what I mean? You need to learn to build rapport, have emotional intelligence. You need to be friendly, right? It's not just enough to be at work and, meet your targets and do your job as you're supposed to. Soft skills take you a long way, right? You develop connections, and that's something which I faced a challenge with. Like I've always been like a social person, but with my social circles, right? I wasn't really extremely social, I would say, back home, unless if I knew the people. But here I really had to learn to become extra social. I had to learn to develop a lot of soft skills in the workplace, and it has really benefited me a lot. I'm very grateful. And yeah, so improve your soft skills. Soft skills are the future of tomorrow. Yeah. The next challenge that I had was with the hookup culture that's here. So, I tried out online dating for the first time. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, so I tried online dating for the first time in Canada. When I moved to Canada, I was in a relationship with someone back home, but then that relationship later ended. Towards the end of 2019. So I then started, I tried online dating, and oh my gosh, nothing prepares you for how horny people are in this country. Like, but one thing I like about people here is that they're honest about their intentions. People are pretty much honest. Like, they're looking for a hookup, they're looking for something casual. They're not gonna beat about the bush and pretend they want to be in a relationship with you. They'll tell you, you know what, I think you're cute. Yeah, I just want to hook up, that kind of thing. So I was really shocked. I didn't know people could be that open. People have a thing called ethical non-monogamy, where you ethically see other people whilst you're partnered or you're married and stuff like that. People have all sorts of things, and yeah, I wasn't prepared for that. It's an open world. People do what they desire. People are honest. It's a bit refreshing, to be honest, because yeah, it's always good to know what you're up against. Another thing which I was not prepared for was getting someone to do my hair. When I moved to Canada, I had dreadlocks, and the guy used to use crochet, like a very thin crochet, which he would sharpen. It was very, very thin. I couldn't find someone to do that for my hair, so my locks pretty much fell apart. Like, I had them they were just hanging by a thread, guys. By the time I cut my dreadlocks, they were a sore sight. I don't even know how I was moving about with those dreadlocks, but yeah. So I decided to just cut them and just start keeping a fro, putting in braids, wigs and stuff like that. So I've learned to braid my own hair. I can now do braids, and yeah, I put on wigs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. When I visit Zimbabwe, I plan to get sister locks because they are cheaper back home, and then I'll do the maintenance when I come back here. So we'll see about that. Another thing which I wasn't prepared for was getting used to the credit card thing. Like, I was terrified of credit cards because we don't have credit cards back home. So I pretty much wasn't using my credit card because I was just like, I'm just not gonna touch this shit because I don't want to get in trouble. But with time, I started to read more about it and getting more information about how to get a good credit score. Another thing which took me a while to get the hang of was investing in Canada. You know what I mean? Back home, I never invested in the stock market. I always wanted to invest in the stock market when I moved to Canada, but I guess I kept putting it off, and I didn't really have anyone to hold my hand. I didn't use the the services from the government when I landed, because I had so much going on. I already had a job, so I didn't really have time to utilize those resources. So I pretty much didn't have a lot of information about investing in Canada, which platforms to use, which accounts to open, which plans are available to me. So it took me learning by myself, reading, educating myself, to then start investing and getting a good handle on crypto and all of those things. So that's another challenge which I faced in Canada, but it's all good now. It's all good. If you need help, if you want me to, if you're in Canada and you have never really thought about investing before, if you just want me to give you a few tips, just hit me up, contact me, and I will let you know. Yeah, I think pretty much that those are the challenges that I faced. Also learning not to keep cash, learning to trust the system, learning to use my cards. Yeah, that was a bit of a challenge. Not too much, but yeah, a lot of a learning there. You know, the system works here, and so yeah, it's been great. Despite all these challenges, though, I've managed to make a lot of good friends in Canada. I feel very comfortable here, and I'm happy. I did not experience racism, at least not yet. I think people here are friendly. There are a lot of immigrants, so much to learn. Put yourself out there if you've moved to Canada. Yeah, meet new people. You never know what you could learn from the other person. It's a really, really great place to live. So yeah, if you are watching this video and you're considering coming to Canada, don't let any of these challenges discourage you from coming. You can overcome them, and now you have me. You can always ask me questions and I can help you if you face the same challenges, or we can discuss it before you even come, so that when you come there won't be challenges for you. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye.